Hello, and welcome to the Sacred Gates. My name is Illura. Let's talk about healers, because there are so many out there, and it is a good time to touch on this topic, because since 2012, there has been a shift in consciousness. There has and still is a strong shift in energetic influence on planet Earth. There is a lot of healing to be done at this time, but not all healers are doing a good job. In fact, not only are many healers not doing a good job, many are actually unconsciously leading their clients to their own psychological edge and pushing them over this edge. There have always been healers working in this world. The last time there was an obvious shift in consciousness was in the 1960s, where we saw a lot of people change dramatically over a relatively short period of time. Ancient healing consciousness within people was remembered and so could be put to use in various ways. There are many paths to healing, yet not all paths, as some would like to believe, lead to a good place. There is a trend in the modern spiritual movement, and that is for people to believe that anyone spiritual who is practicing and sharing a healing art is equal in ability to anyone else doing the same or similar things. That we are all one in our sincerity to heal, and so equal in our level of experience and expertise. This kind of thinking comes from a limited spiritual construct. This construct has you believing that if you are walking a spiritual path, that you must be accepted as good and right, and that being a person that is aware that they are a spiritual being is enough to make you a spiritual being, and that this means that you and your abilities are automatically as relevant and sacred as everyone else's fitting this bill. Unfortunately, this idea of accepting another has been misinterpreted like so many other spiritual terms. In our society, accepting another's spirituality seems to come hand in hand with the belief that to be a truly spiritual person, you must transcend judging others. This is a stupid belief and has led to the dumbing down of the spiritual consciousness of people today. That there should be no judgment, ranking, or rating of someone's healing abilities practice is a judgment in itself. Nothing, in my opinion, could be further from the truth. This kind of thinking is what allows many people to turn off their discernment when it comes to rating this healer from that healer. If everyone is equal in ability, and in order to be a spiritual person there is to be no judgment, and that we are all just healing in our own way as we live out our journeys, then why not apply the same principles to surgeons? For example, if you were about to get brain surgery done, would you let any old surgeon cut you open? No. Would you automatically rate every surgeon the same? No. You would take the time researching surgeons. You would find out about their skills, their qualifications, their experience, their everything before they came close to your scalp. Why then do we not judge when it comes to healers? Why are we so spiritually arrogant when it comes to healing? One might argue that isn't it spiritually arrogant to rate healers, saying one is better over another? And I say, it is spiritually arrogant not to mention, insulting to the art being practiced, to pretend that we are all the same when clearly this is logically impossible. Many people choose to be ambiguous when it comes to healing and spiritual matters. Whether they are rating a healing that they had or their own abilities, many choose to be wishy-washy and airy-fairy because people want to get away with not being good enough at their art, or want to feel like someone just had an amazing healing. The modern day healing movement is full of pride, and so interest in preserving self-image. This is partly why the New Age and alternative healing movement has such a bad rap. It is time to be honest about the fact that there is black and white and all the spectrum of colours in between when it comes to healers and their abilities. That it is good to judge with discernment this whole healing gig. No one benefits from this spiritual arrogance pretending to be virtuousness. This dishonesty only weakens healers our connection to the healing arts, and us as a species. If you are practicing a healing art, be honest about your abilities, your sincerity to walking this path, and also be honest about what other healers' abilities are like. Start to use your spiritual senses to sense the truth rather than playing the spiritual vanilla card and being politically correct. Your honesty will actively help raise the healing power of the human consciousness rather than weakening it. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Illura at the Sacred Gates.